folks. So, I don't know if I've actually started broadcasting yet. Usually it says like 10 seconds in before the stream actually starts for whatever reason. But I'm going to go ahead and assume that I'm actually live, and I'll do the intro all over again for whatever reason. So, what we're doing here today, it's got a 555 timer. I set it up as a pulse width modulation driver, and I'm going to use it to drive a MOSFET, and the MOSFET will drive the line pressure solenoid in the transmission of my truck. If you saw my last Requiem for transmission video, I made the shifter so I could control the shift solenoids. And now it's time to control the line pressure solenoid. So this is how I landed on doing it. There's a lot of revisions to get to this point. I wanted to try something, I wanted to try something a little different. Boy, I have very, oh yeah, here we go. Listen, guys, hey, listen, no, come on, guys. It's me, what are we talking about here? Come on, guys, listen. I just want to zoom in a super tiny amount. Up. All right, thank you. So, totally forget where I was going with that, but it's time for me to solder this bad Larry up. This is part of the next video I'm making. I need a pulse width modulated signal so I can drive the line pressure solenoid in the transmission of my truck. So, the point in me streaming this is because make sure that's at the right orientation, because why am I streaming this? Oh, right, because I'm going to try not doing a montage in this video, where in the past I will just like put some music on and speed up the footage. Oh, I forgot to set up my solder again. Usually I'll put some music on and speed up the footage of me soldering, but in this upcoming video, I'm going to try just eliminating that part entirely. And then I thought, oh, maybe I should live stream it. And then, for those of you who actually want to watch this boring stuff, you'll have a place to watch it. Whoops, wrong pin. So, yeah, so I started working, I got the idea. I was like, oh, I should, instead of buying the pre-built modules to get a pulse width modulated driver, I was like, I'd rather make something. And a super easy thing to make is this circuit with a 555 timer. So that's what I landed on, since I already had a bunch of 555 timers and all the stuff needed for that. And I saw this one circuit that I've never seen before. The one I'm using now is this crazy ubiquitous circuit that anybody who's ever worked with a 555 timer has seen this circuit before. And I saw a different one, and I was like, oh man, I should try that out. I've never seen it before. It's a take on this same circuit, but it's just a little bit different. And so I was trying it out, and I was expecting to get a couple hundred hertz out of it. And when I got everything set up and working, I got between 8 and 10 hertz, depending on the duty cycle you set. So when I first tried using it to drive the solenoid, you could literally hear the solenoid going click, 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 really slow. So that wasn't going to work. And then I went and tried to adjust the frequency to get it up to a couple hundred. And the higher I set the frequency, the more and more distortion kept coming into the output. So eventually I said, all right, enough with that. I'll just go back to the classics. And sure enough, I set up the classic circuit here on this breadboard to my right. Oh, right, I zoomed in, you can't see it. I set up that circuit on this breadboard, and bam, it was exactly what I was looking for. So I just played around with the capacitor and the potentiometers values until I got to around 1,000 hertz, which is what the OEM driver is, about 1,000 hertz. So that's what I wanted to mimic. So that's what I landed on. So what we're doing here is taking what I got on this breadboard, and I've converted it to a layout that will work on my prototyping board, which is what's drawn here. And it's crazy simple, this circuit. It's really it's really awesome how simple this is. Where is it? Here it is. I got a potentiometer that will be mounted somewhere in a case that this is going to go in. And then, from the outside, obviously, you'll be able to twiddle the knob. And then that's it. There's 2 diodes, 1K resistor, and a couple of capacitors. And that's it. You're up and running. So obviously this can't drive the solenoid on its own. That would be ridiculous. So I'm going to have it driving a MOSFET. And the MOSFET will ground side switch the N-channel MOSFET. So it's going to be ground side, of course. And that, is how those solenoids are already driven from the ground side. So it's really very ideal. The only thing that's kind of a weird issue I ran into was the, I don't know why I'm trying to put those in now. That's for later. Yeah, apparently I can't talk and do something at the same time. All right, so get this all set up. We need our first capacitors right off of these pins. And our first capacitor is the 47 nanofarad, which is this 473. This capacitor is for the, this is the main timing capacitor. So this is for, I gotta bend the, where did I just set those? Oh. This is the main timing capacitor. So this is what basically controls the overall timing of the circuit, because it's this capacitor that is getting charged and discharged. Woo. And the pulses coming out are based on how fast this capacitor can charge and discharge. So this one will be right there between pin 1 and 2. Pin 1 is ground. So that's pin 1 right there. And then pin 8 is on the opposite side. So pin 1 is ground, pin 8 is positive. And it's kind of interesting. There's actually inside of this chip, across, wrong, there we go. Inside of this chip, across pins 1 and pins 8, there's a series of 3 resistors, which are all set to 5K. So that's why the chip's called the 555 timers, because of those 3 5K resistors. Which is kind of funny that I never knew that until I was looking at different people's takes on this pulse width modulation circuit, because I wanted to try something different. So I was looking up different methods people have used, and then I saw a video talking about it, and I was like, yeah, what the hell? And sure enough, I learned something. Can you believe it? So anyways, we're off screen again. Oh boy, we're back to the classics. So let me go ahead and get these legs mounted. So most of these, it's silly, I got this huge board. A lot of real estate going to waste here. But the capacitors, I definitely want to mount as close as I can to the chip. So that's why I'm putting them right there, even though I got all this real estate. So I just wanted to try. That was with no flux. It looks pretty good, the long legs. So maybe I'll keep going without flux. We'll see how it goes. So anyways, that's the timing capacitor. 47 nanofarads. That's 0.047 microfarads. What should I do next? I'm thinking put in the other capacitor. Why not? So let me... Oh, you know what I should have done? Oh, that was so silly. I didn't even have to bend the legs on that first one. I'm so used to working with the breadboard out of habit, I just bent the legs in so they could go to the 2 nearest pins, but didn't need to do that, not at all. All right, so, oh no. Hold on, I gotta get my solder sucker here. I just realized I've made a critical error. Oh, turns out I didn't clean it after the last time I used it. Uh-oh. There we go. Get those out of there. Okay. Oh no. Okay, let's try that again. I think I'm gonna need the claw for this maneuver. Alright, everybody hang tight. Let's see, I need some Need a little extra solder. So what happened was when I put in this chip, apparently I got a little overzealous and I filled in that hole. And of course I need to mount something right there. So, let's see if I can go in from the bottom. I guess I'm just gonna plug up more holes while I'm trying to do this. There we go. Clean that one out, but I accidentally plugged up the hole next to it. Oh no. Alright, let's try that one more time. Well, this one, because I don't even know if I'm going to need this hole, but just in case, it's open now. Alright, back to work. There you go. So, all this stuff in the background, I guess you can't, right, I zoomed in. I guess you can't really see it, but there's a bunch of components and stuff in the background from the live stream I've been meaning to do for a while, where I assemble the kits. Been wanting to go back to doing that, but haven't had much time. So the next one I'm doing is a Wheel of Fortune, and I don't know, it's kind of silly, but my grandfather's. I wanted to get him a gift, so. I think that's what I'm going to do, is build that kit. And then I haven't done a live stream in a while, so I said, might as well make some content out of it. But it takes longer for me to set up the stream. And, I'm totally out of focus. It takes longer for me to set up the stream than, if I just came down here and soldered the kit together real quick, it'd probably take me 20 minutes at the most. And when I try and do that on a live stream, for whatever reason, it ends up taking me like an hour and a half. And I probably should put some solder on there. And yeah, so haven't gotten to it. That didn't go quite as well without flux. I don't know what was up with that first one. I must have just had some spillover. Oh yeah, you can even see. That's what it was. I just had some flux running all over the board from the last joint I made. That's why it worked so good without flux. Silly me. Anyway, so we got our 2 capacitors mounted. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. So, timing capacitor, that's this one down here, 47 nanofarads. The other one is, the other one is 0.1 nanofarads. That's the one in the back. And that is, it goes on the control voltage, what's called the control voltage pin. And that's, it kind of sets, or it doesn't set, but it's part of the comparator in there. So if you pull it down or pull it up, you'll affect the timing of the circuit. But what most people do is just put a capacitor on there to help smooth things out, make it a little more stable. So what did I do? I changed it. I think it was I'm pretty sure it was a 10 nanofarad is the most common size there, and I stepped it up to 0.1 microfarad because I was hoping to get a little better stability doing that. It didn't really seem to make much of a difference, but I just stuck with it anyways. So, on to the next joint here. We got a couple of crossovers going on. That X on the I don't even know, wiring diagram. Oh boy. The X on the wiring diagram there going across this chip. I have to join a couple pins together, which is 2 and 6 and 4 and 8. Those are separately joined together. And I'm not sure, when I was first laying this circuit out, sorry, I keep going out of frame. When I was first laying this circuit out, my thought was that I would just solder some wires over the top. And I think I'm still going to do that, honestly. So I might save that for later. I'm trying to do this in a good order so that I don't, because if I lay a bunch of wires and then I need to put a component somewhere, I need to make sure that everything's done in a good order so I don't have any overlap happening. But it's really simple, so that shouldn't be an issue. That resistor goes, so this resistor, let me get this up so you can see it a little better. This 1K resistor up here comes off, this is positive on the right here. going to the top, and this is ground that comes down here. So this resistor needs to get pulled up to positive, and then go to the joint of a couple diodes. So I think that's the next component I'm gonna mount, and I need 3 ones over here. So I'm thinking, let's see, where's my bending, my leg benders? I gotta bend some legs. I'm gonna put a 90 in this bitch. Oh yeah. And I'm thinking, I'm just totally flying by the seat of my pants here, but I'm thinking that's gonna be close to the gap I need. Oh, look at that. So, now I need to do that again. Oh no. Can he do it twice? Oh, that's close. I don't know if I did that exact. Oh yeah, and these need to go. I forgot about that part too. Well, I could keep them separate like that, I guess. Okay, so that wasn't nearly, oh, and we're out of focus again. That wasn't nearly as good, but close enough. Can make it work. So, what we're dealing with here, I got this one needs to be going the other way, actually. I got these in backwards. And also, oh, maybe I messed that up. Whoops. Alright, let's see. This needs to go to pin 2, right? Yeah. Up 2. What am I thinking? Pin 7. Up. I forgot to shut off my furnace before I started this. Right. So I guess I'll just put all these here. This is less than ideal. Maybe I can go up 1 pin. Alright. Now we're on 7 and there. So that'll work. And then this one's gonna go. Oh, that's facing the wrong direction. It's gonna go right next to it, but it's also gonna come back. Yeah, see. Okay, I can make that work. Okay. So, what I failed to realize when I was drawing out this diagram here was that these 2 diodes need to converge together, and of course, those leads aren't big enough to go together in one hole. So we'll just join the 2 of them. The potentiometer, this is going to the center pin, the wiper of the potentiometer. So maybe I'll just put the wire like right in the middle and just put a big old fat stinking blob of solder on there. Big old fat nasty stinking soda. And then those 2 converge back on pin 7. And they're lined up on 7, so that's cool. And then above them, I need to have that 1K over to pin 8 so it can be pulling up. So, pin 8. That's a pretty short distance, so let me try and go ahead and make this. Woo, boy, the focus is just horrendous. Make this one real nice and close. Now, nope, that's too far. One more, come on. How long are these legs? There we go. I still didn't bend it close enough. Wow. Let's see, what can I do here? Crank that in some more, crank this one in some more. And then we'll pull them straight. Okay. How did that do? I could go behind it too. I don't know why that didn't cross my mind. There we go. Still. Boy, I should have done this one standing straight up and down. How is that still? Am I? I don't know what's going on. Alright, there we go. Hey! Alright, sweet. Now, things are starting to look pretty nifty here. Let's see. I am going Oh yeah, no, this is just fantastic. And then the wiper, yeah, I don't know why I said that. What am I thinking? Whoa, I was so, what? I don't know how I got that mixed up. Wow. Whoa, wow. Wowie. Um, Boy, yeah, now I'm committed. I got them bent, too out of focus here. I got them bent at the wrong lengths. So they converge on the other end. There we go, and those two are separate. And that's certainly less than ideal, but it's working. So we'll go ahead and mount this up. Finally, didn't think it was going to take that long. And we're going back to using some flux. For whatever reason, it really wasn't jiving. Get this all together. Schmood up. Okay, let's wet our tips and dive right on in. Get that all nice and soldered up. I think I still got enough to do one more lead. Oh yeah. Fantastic. Trying to keep in frame and in focus here. Ouch. And not burn myself too. That's usually preferable. I don't know. It depends on the mood I'm in. I think I got all yeah, those are all good enough. So we can go in now. Do this. Sweet. Yeah. Got a nice little, I just, oh no. I just clogged another hole. Yeah, you fit it in there. Yeah, I still haven't gotten a different tip from my TS101, which is alright. I mean, it works great for the automotive soldering like I've been using it for. So, that's fine. I'll keep using it for that purpose. And this little Chinese soldering iron it's really been amazing, honestly. So, keep living with that. Alright, so now we've got all our stuff laid out. Yeah, no, we're all good on the component side. So we're gonna go ahead. Now, the next step, I either need to run all of these leads across the board, which I think that's what I'm gonna do, because it's either that or mount the potentiometer. And I think the next step should be run the leads. So, let's see, what am I gonna use? Red, white, blue, yellow. Yeah, red and yellow. Red and yellow. Red, blue, and yellow. How about that? Okay. So, of course, I'm gonna use red for positive. What else gets tied to positive? Really, nothing? Oh, I knew there was something. I totally forgot to do the pin to pin across the chip. Maybe I'll do that last. Not sure just what order I want to do that in. But, let's see, let me get a bunch of wire going here. I am going to take pin 8. Do I want to run this across the top or the bottom? I want to run this across the bottom, I think. So, yeah, no, do I want to do this on the bottom? I'll do this like straight, yeah. I think that's how I'm going to do it. So let's cut this short because it's a lot of wire for what I'm trying to accomplish here. There we go. Now that's, I was probably out of focus that whole time. There we go. Now that's more like it. So, pin 8. Gotta keep double checking this because I swear if I'm not, there we go. Because I swear if I'm not meticulous about this, I'm gonna mix something up. Now I think I got enough residual, come on, stay in focus. I think I got enough residual flux on the board, so I'm not gonna flux up this joint before I solder it. Um, but I'm having a hard time getting solder on my tip right now. What's going on? Did my iron shut off? No. Huh. Well, that's weird. Must need to give it a good cleaning. Anyway, this drifted off of where it was. Put that back on there. Yeah, that should be good. Why? Why? I wish I could lock the focus. Boom. Okay. Man, that focus is horrendous. Oh yeah, that's in there. Fantastic. Try and get you a good... man. Yeah, you can't really tell as good as you can with the eye, but that water... Oh, hey, oh, there you go. I would drop it everything. Oh yeah. Yes, sir. Don't forget what channel you're watching. Speaking of jank, I am actually waiting for a grocery delivery right. Come on with the focus right now. So, oh no, did they email me? No, they didn't. Okay, cool. So, just in case they show up, I still think I have an hour until they get here, but just in case, I'm gonna have to stop the stream. So, let's see. I am running the positive lead. I need a break right there to tie in that resistor, and then it's going to go the rest of the way. So, what is the best way to do that? I think what I'm going to try and do, cut this right here. Now, my idea, I wish I had like nail clippers or something, because this is too skinny for my wire strippers. Ooh, man. I got myself in a pickle here. Nah, it's fine. I mean, really, worst case, I can just cut the wire and... Oh, that worked. Yay! Okay, and now let me guess how... Oops. Now let me guess how far... Well, it's that distance right there. I don't have to guess, so... Oh, right. This isn't going to work the way I think it is. I don't know why I thought that would work. I have to push this back to make that work. Can I do that? So normally when I'm making prototypes like this, I just have unshielded wires, and I throw some conformal coating or Corona dope on there to insulate it. Oh, tweezers. I got tweezers. Where are my tweezers? Let's get to tweezing. Yep, okay. Oh, yeah. That wasn't exactly ideal. Do I roll with it? No. No compromise. It's already jank enough. We gotta maintain the little bit of integrity we have. So I think I'll just leave it, to save time, I will leave it unshielded. I will get back in frame, and then I will leave it unshielded from that resistor leg out to the positive pin. And I think that will be just fine. So I think what I'm going to do actually is anchor it out here first, so that the wire is in the right spot, and then I'll come back and tie it to that resistor's leg. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see how well this is gonna... out of focus again. Boy. Oh, right, because my workspace is so far away. That's what's making it so much worse than usual. Well, I'll have to consider that in the future videos. Okay, so now, because I know I'm not going to need it, I can cut the leg of this resistor close, but not all the way down. And then I was going to fold it over, but honestly, I don't even really think I need to do that. No, I don't need to do that. I'm just going to leave it like that. Boy, this focus is killing me. And now I'll put a blob of solder right there to tie that wire to the leg. Oops. And I'm going to flux it just a little kiss for good luck. Let's get our tips wet and go in. We're gonna go in, son. Oh, he went in. Alright. Boy. I don't know with this freaking focus. Alright, cool. Very cool. So that's our first track laid. Now, I need a drink of water. And then next, we're gonna lay, let's see, that was our positive going out. So the negative, oh, that's right, I want the negative to be up here as well. So that's gonna have to make an interesting, I'm gonna have to do a 90, a couple of 90s actually. And we're gonna tie that capacitor leg to pin 1. Let's see, so to do that, let's get a nice good length of our negative going here. And I wonder, boy, this thing is shaking like crazy. I didn't even realize I had gotten a message in the chat. Sorry about that. What was that? Oh, boy, this doesn't work very good trying to do it all on the phone. It's, oh, hold on, give me one second. Sorry about that. So it was, Amanda, what was the PWM for again? Was it the torque converter lockup? Yes, that's exactly what it was. No. No, it wasn't. Sorry, the torque converter lockup was the switch on the shifter. And some cars use pulse width modulation for smooth engagement of the torque converter, but it's not necessary. So I just use a switch for that. This is for line pressure control. There's a solenoid that controls line pressure. You can precisely control where the pintle is. It's not just like all the way open or all the way closed, which is pretty cool. But you need a pulse width modulated signal to control it that precisely. So that's what I'm doing now, is trying to get that signal so I can precisely control it. Sorry, I'm out of breath. Woo. So, boy, this focus is just going wild. Okay, I think it's gonna be perfect, right? Yes. Oh man, I'm going back and forth here. Oh, but you know what I could do? No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Well, man, this is not going very well. Okay, here we go. Now. Just keep going out of focus like crazy. Let's put this in. Oh, I forgot to flux it up. Oh, man. It looked like it took all right. Boy, I gotta fix that focus for the next time. Let's see if I can push that wire back. I don't like the way that looks. Probably help if I wet the tip first. Oh, no, we got it. What am I? There we go. Yeah, that worked pretty good. Oh, but I was away from my exhaust fan. Womp. Okay, on to the next one. Let's not forget the flux this time, even though it looks pretty wet in there. I'll do it anyways. sort of going. What's happening here? There we go. Boy, this is... Oh, frame again, of course. Oh, never mind. Oh, wow, that was weird. For a second, I thought that wasn't flowing the way I wanted it, but it did. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna make like a nice little swooping U-turn here instead of doing a 90. And I can always just tack the wire down to the board with some super glue. Alright. Right? That's all I need to tie to the negative? Pretty sure it is. I have a feeling there's something... Oh, right, of course there's more. How could I get to that leg? Okay, that's what I'll do. There is, I totally forgot. Obviously, I need to, the smoothing capacitor on the control voltage pin over there in the back. I need to tie that leg to ground, obviously. Kind of slipped my mind, but I think what I'll do is just tie it to those two right there. Let's get a little bit of wire exposed here. Oh boy, I'm having a hard time lately. There we go. Definitely want to flux that one up. No doubt about it. Yeah, I keep... That was the whole reason I zoomed in, is so I could work down here near the fan and you guys could see the detail, but for some reason I just keep creeping further and further back. Let's see, do I risk trying to zoom in a little more? Because we all know how that goes. The answer is not well. Not well at all. Alright, we'll keep that laying down. And I am interested now, how am I gonna loop around? The capacitor needs to come back here. And then pin 2. Right, pin 2 needs to go. Oh, I was getting mixed up. Pin 2 is the one that needs to go to the wiper. It's pin 1, pin 2, pin 3, pin 4, so... Oh, right, that's why I put them on different sides of the board. Oh, man. I'm hurting myself in confusion here. Alright, so what should I do next, then? Might as well run... Well, I'm already on grounds. Let me just finish off grounding the other capacitor. Now I got a couple choices. I can either... It's this leg. Yeah, it's this leg standing out. Oh, boy. It's this leg standing right there. So I can either bring that around to this part, or I can bring it up through all of this mess to the ground up there. I think I'm just gonna loop it around. So let's get a little wire exposed. Go through the old motions. Oh boy. Oh yeah, and I gotta, for whatever reason, my chat just keeps closing on me, so I gotta keep remembering to open it. Hey. Let's see now. I want to start here. Oh, why don't I do this one on top of the board? Will that save clutter? Why do I feel like that'll help save clutter? No, it won't, because I need to put other jumpers on top of the board later. So, we'll put this on the bottom like I was going to. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, it's gone forever. Never to be seen again. This leg out here. Do I want it on that side? Yes, I want it like that. Alright. Let's get the flux in there. Woo! Alright. Do a quick little cleaning of the tip. And we soak it. And then we come so far back that the exhaust fan can't pick up any of the smoke, and I give myself lung cancer in 20 years. Fun stuff. Okay. Oh, that one worked great. Why? I don't know. I feel like my camera is like having a... Oh, it's YouTube, right, duh. I'm expecting the normal quality of focus I get using my camera. Of course, YouTube's gonna not function as well. Alright, so... Let's see here. Yeah, I'll just put it right on top. That'll be totally fine. So how short do I want to cut it? Oh, about that short. Oh, that should work just fine. Just fine. I swear it'll work just fine. Oh, I've exposed a little too much wire, so we'll cut it even shorter. Nice and twisted up. How much? How much wire? How much is that wire in the window? Boy, this is just really not behaving. Oh right, yeah. I should just be using tweezers, honestly. I don't know why I'm making this harder on myself. There we go. That was kind of in focus, I guess. There we go. Alright, and I'm gonna hit it with even more flux. Flux on flux on flux. I'm gonna flux this thing so bad, you're gonna wish I didn't flux it so bad. Alright. How about... Thank you. Thank you, Luke. Get this whole thing wet. Scorching hot summer day. Okay, how'd that come out? Beautiful. Especially when compared to my fingernails. Alright, anyways. So, I think what I'll do when this is all said and done is just pull these wires tight and glue them to the board, make it look a little neater. So next, I think... Boy, it's already been an hour. I'm hurting. Yeah. Have I missed? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Sorry for the distractions, folks. I think I'll edit this at some point, make it a little more watchable. So now that we've got all that stuff going on, we can now tie pin 2 to what's going to go out to the wiper. So we're going to have to do some close quarters soldering here. I didn't even tie. Oh boy. Oh, whoa boy. Alright, I'm going to use yellow for this one. And I need a little extra wire because I forgot I need to tie the chip to the capacitor as well as to the wiper. So, let's see. It was a little too much wire. About there maybe. And I think I'm going to flux the wire. Try and minimize how much flux I got on top of the board here. And pin 2 is that one with the capacitor. And I want to come in from this side, hold it as still as I possibly can now that I've got it in position. Boy, of course the solder has crept up the side of the tip because we were out of focus that whole time. Oh man. Boy, this is just I don't know why this happens on all of my soldering tips. After a certain length of time, they just all solder won't cling to the actual tip. It always runs up the side. I guess I'm just not cleaning them well enough. I don't know. Or maybe it's just because they're cheap. Alright, well that was good. It's a little... we're encroaching on the output pin a little bit much, but that'll be alright. I think I'm actually going to run the output straight across the top of the board. Yep. So where is this going again? I'm spacing out here. Oh yeah, right, up this side. We'll go on the inside for some reason. I'm not really sure why I feel like doing that, but so let me skip one. So I'm gonna cut the wire about there. Oh, see how that looks. Snip. Okay. Not quite. We're getting there though. How am I gonna... Oh, right, they're gonna run out the top. Okay, so the wires going to the potentiometer are gonna run out of the top of the board. So let's run these through hole style. Let's see, we're gonna skip one. So there's dialed leg, skip one, dialed leg, and then skip one. And oh, it's a disaster. Let's try and do this again. Oh man, there's always a rogue. Let's try this a third or fourth time. I lost track. Up. Oh, yeah, we're pushing it through anyways. Cool. A lot of shaking going on here. Alright, so per usual, I'm out of frame. Per usual, I'm going to try and pinch this in place. There we go. Make sure it's good on that side. Now, a million things in my way. Let's see here. Try and get some flux on top. That's plenty. I always use like 3 times as much flux as needed. And then I'll have trouble wetting my tip again, which is indicative of not having a properly clean tip. Let's see. Yeah. There we go. That flowed good. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I'm actually going to do both of those holes just so that I have a good mounting place for the wires when that time comes. So we'll fill that in thusly. Nice. Okay. So then, oops. Schwack. So then we got that mounted. Yeah, I'll nick that up. Where are my cutters? It's so cluttered. My cutters. Okay, so now we got the lead going there too. Wowzers. Ground, we got positive, we got the 1K. There are 2 capacitors. The diodes are... Ah, yes. The diodes all need to be linked together, then linked to that pin. Ooh. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut those short in advance because they're hurting my ability to get in close with the soldering iron. There we go. So then those 3 all need to get tied together to this pin right here. So what am I going to use for that? I'm going to go with white wire, just because really there's no symbology here. So let's get a good healthy length. I'm going to have a fully exposed wire here. Can you even see me? Yeah, barely. So, oh, I forgot to, yeah, no, ooh, do I have audio? Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought my mic was acting up. Okay, so, okay, and it's gone. Fantastic. I've lost my place here after I just dropped that. Oh, there we go. This focus is gonna be the death of me. What do I link? Those two don't go with anything else, right? It's just the diodes and the capacitor and that pin. Yeah. Okay, so the way I'm gonna do this, gotta make sure we've got no phrase for this maneuver. And I can cut this wire now to make things easier. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, wow. Look at that focus. Fantastic. All right, and we're going to use this method again where we flux the wire itself. And then, you know what? I might even, my hands haven't been very steady today, so I think I'm going to mount the board for this one. And then let's get our tip wet again. See that? Okay, things are kind of backwards because of where I have the camera, so I don't know how well this is gonna go. And there's already a frayed wire. Darn it. Okay, let's see now. Well, that was obnoxious. Let's go ahead and get this mounted. I hope you guys can hear me. I don't know if my, somebody's trying to call me. I forget to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Okay. Whoop, I messed that up. There we go. All right. Now I got that pin mounted. That was alright. I kind of wish that went better, but let's get this in there. Nice. I can't tell if it took on that last one. No, it didn't. Oh, that didn't really work very well. Okay, let's try and hit this again. There we go, that took. How come that one's not taken? There we go. Well, that was weird. The heat really just didn't want to transfer for some reason. But we're good now. So that's mounted up. And those don't go anywhere, right? Yes, correct. Let's see. My groceries, that's who was calling me. My groceries are going to be here soon, so I'm going to have to end this stream early. Well, I should have known it was going to take me an hour to do this, but whatever. We'll see how far I can get before he gets here. Probably a bad idea. Probably a bad idea to rush this kind of work, but we'll just see how it goes. So we got all those tied to that pin. Beautiful. We brought the potentiometer wiper pin around. We got the grounds to the capacitors and pin 1. And now we need to run the lead for pin 3, which is the output. And oh, wait a second. And the jumpers. Okay. So and I can trim. Yeah, see, I'm missing all kinds of stuff here. I could trim that pin. What's this one? That one's good. Nothing else goes on the CV pin, so we can get rid of that. Sweet. It's looking good. Now, the last two are on those diodes. And those ones also, you know what? I kind of should have saved those, actually. Because that's going to be the output, and I want that. Even though this is all low current stuff, I wanted to use a heavier gauge on the output just to reduce any losses. I don't want to introduce any unwanted resistance into the circuit, since that's how you control the pulse width is based on the resistance of this circuit, so it's kind of important. Anyways, so let's see. We've now got all of this stuff in, and it's the output pin I need to run a lead to, so we'll do that. What am I going to use for the output? Yellow? Oh no! Oh no! Alright, good, it's still in one piece. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Alright, I think I could. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to go over too, is I'm going to put solder on all of these, across all of these holes, to just kind of beef up all of these tracks, and then I'm going to tack these wires down with glue to make it look a little cleaner. And I got to put in these jumpers. I'm assuming I'm not going to have time to do this on stream, that's why I'm going over it now. This X of these dotted lines, that's pin 2 and pin 6, and then over here pin 8 and pin 4. They need to be connected directly to each other with no resistors or anything. So my plan for that is these same thin wires I've been using for tracks on the bottom of the board. I'm going to use them as like bodge wires and just kind of tack it to a pin here, pin there, and they'll just be looping over the top of the IC. And I think that'll add some charm, if you will. Let's see. Well, it's still not. Oop, there we go. It's getting crazy. Still not here yet, so I will proceed. I'm gonna use. Let's see. I'm gonna use. I think I already used all my colors, didn't I? No, I didn't use white, so I'm gonna use white. Oh, right, I did, but it's just bare. That's why. I thought I used the white wire. Alright, let's get this all twisted up in here. And now this bottom, so pin 3 is that one that I... Pin 3 is that one that I accidentally filled the hole in on, so... Yeah, no, I'm going across the top of the board for pin 3, so I guess it doesn't really matter. So we're going to use that method again where I flux the wire and then just set it on top of the board. Boy, we're getting a lot of... Apologies, I keep banging into the tripod. Okay, now this is going to be tricky. Let's see if I can get... Boy, I'm getting roadblocks at every turn. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay, now, very garfling. Garfling. Okay. Now I got the wire tacked, but I need to actually solder it to that leg. So, I think I'm going to use some flux for this maneuver. Come on, there we go. Whoa, too much. Too much! Is that a thing? Too much flux? I don't know. Alright. Just a little super tiny dab should do you in this case. Now, let's see. How can I come in here? Come on, come on, come on. Oh, yeah. Boy, I hope that was in focus. Nice. I don't think I got it too hot. I was there about a second longer than I wanted to be, but I think we kept it cool enough. I don't know. It's pretty hot. No, no, I'm kidding. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I swear. I swear, guy. You gotta listen to me. It's fine. Alright, so this is our output lead. Just a little bit further here. Fluxification has initiated. Get this on here. And let's see, can we focus? Barely. Let's see, how did that go? Pretty good. good. It's actually that didn't work very good actually. That's a weird one. Huh. The wire filled with solder and it adhered to the pad, but for some reason it like floated to the top. Interesting. I guess it's just the memory in the wire, obviously, but nonetheless, I think it's interesting. Okay, so there's our output. We got these wires coming over here, so let me just show you. Where are my tweezers? So S right here, that is going to go to the wiper of the potentiometer, and then U is going to go through the one leg of the potentiometer and then back to W, so that U and W will be connected through the whole length of the potentiometer, and S will just be hooked to the wiper. Ow. So, what is the next step? Oh, actually. There we go. Okay, so my next step, I think, is... Oh, I keep forgetting I have to join these... What legs do I have to join? 4 doesn't... Oh, right, duh. I gotta do the jumping across from pin to pin. And I gotta hook up the potentiometer. But I have a feeling the potentiometer is going to be a bit of a bear, so I wanted to save that for last. I actually probably should have done it first, now that I'm saying that out loud, because the potentiometer, I'm using a heavier gauge wire, so maybe I should have done that first, because that needs to get the hottest, obviously, but oh well, too late for that. So now those pins are connected. I think we're there. I just need to run the jumpers I've been talking about. Put in the old bodge wires. Now, for my biggity schwiggity bodge. Where the hell? Oh no. I lost all my wire. No. Oh well, we'll just use, I don't know, yellow? Sure, we'll just use yellow. So let's see. This is going to be very short lengths of wire with a very small amount of metal exposed. And I think to do this, I am going to mount the board in the jig once again, since my hands haven't been exactly steady so far in this project. Let's see if I can... Oh boy, here we go. I'm going to try the zoom again. Oh boy. Yeah, that doesn't really work very well, does it, huh? Oh well, that's alright. So, from the diagram, 8 and 4, 2 and 6. So, do I want to go right to the pin? I think I do. Wait. 8? Did I not hook 8 to positive? Yeah, I did. Interesting. Nah, I'm still going to go on top. Boy, I really hope that those pins, when I'm soldering on top, obviously the leg's going to get heat all the way through. So hopefully these joints don't desolder themselves, since I've got the board, you know, gravity's pulling the wires down. So I don't know how well this is going to work. Maybe I'll do 4 first, just so we can kind of see what's going on here. And another classic trick is I will solder the wire first, so it's already got solder on it. And then, because that's what you need most of the heat for, is to... Oh, there's another spool gone. That's what you need most of the heat for, is to actually get the solder, like, or to wet the metal, is what I'm trying to say. You know, if you've got 2 pieces of metal that have already been bonded with solder, then you need minimal heat to bond those 2 things together. But to try and bond them together and wet the metal at the same time takes a little bit more heat. Let's see if that works. Try hitting that one more time. I think it worked though. Oh yeah, that worked. Woo! Oh, I hope my head wasn't in the way. Oh, I'm knocking everything over. Okay, here we go. I'm blocking the light, I'm blocking the shot, I'm blocking my mind. Ooh, I should have cut some of that end of the wire off, but oh well. There we go. That was pretty all right. Go ahead and bring this up. Oh boy, this is a disaster. Oh, it's a disaster. Yeah. Wait, am I? Oh, right, because I did it on that pin first. Boy, I'm hurting myself in confusion today. That's all right. That is a very ugly joint, if I don't say so myself. But cool thing about solder joints, it doesn't really matter how ugly they are, as long as the bond is good, then the bond is good. So how high do I want to go with these? Not very. The only reason I'm putting any length at all, other than like having it straight flat across the chip, I'd rather do it like that. But if I have a little bit of length, then obviously it's easier for me to hold the wire still. So that's the only reason that there'll be any amount of length on this wire. So I'm getting delicate, yeah. Let's see if I can get in. Oh yeah, fantastic. Let's see, can I pull this jacket down a little? No, well, that's all right. Let's try not to fray the wire here. We've come so far. Tried so hard and come so far, as they say. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with our methods. Oh boy, keep shaking the camera. I'm gonna stick with our methods here. Up, and I've. Oh no, we got a fray. Watch out, he's in the fray. All right, and flux up that leg. Hopefully that'll be enough. And then I'm gonna spin this around, mount it in the jig this way, so I can try and do that same thing again. Boy, no matter how I mount this, it is just not conducive to a good shot. Oh, come on. And the camera just keeps focusing on the books in the background. I wish I could lock. I'm actually really surprised that I can't lock the focus. What's up with that? Yeah. Cool. Well, hey, thanks for trying. Appreciate it. Big preach on that. Alright. It's fucking go time now. So again, we want to solder the wire first. Or wet. We're going to get the solder adhered. Bonded. Or whatever the proper terminology is. You know what I'm trying to say. And then we're going to come back. Let's see, maybe I should get below it. Try not to block the light, the camera, or my view. Boom. Nice. Alright, now I think there's enough solder on my tip, so I'm just going to go ahead and try and manipulate this thing into position. Get the least amount of heat possible. Ah, my groceries are here. Alright, I gotta end the stream, but there we go. So, it's been real, folks. I'll catch you when I post the video. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I put a lot of effort into this one. See ya.